The journey of a little seed. Once upon a time, in a vast and vibrant forest, there was a little seed buried deep within the dark, cool earth. This seed had dreams, dreams of breaking free from the soil, reaching towards the sun, and someday standing tall as a mighty tree. But the journey from a tiny seed to a towering tree wasn't as easy as it seemed. Day after day, the little seed struggled in the darkness. It was cold, alone, and covered in layers of dirt, rocks, and roots from other plants. But it didn't give up. With every bit of energy it had, the seed pushed upward, little by little. It struggled through the soil, pushing against stones that were bigger than it was, breaking through roots that tried to strangle its growth, and facing the loneliness of an unseen future. Though the journey was painful and uncertain, the seed reminded itself each day that it was working towards something greater. This is only the beginning. It thought, I must keep going if I want to see the light. Months passed, and one day, the little seed finally felt a warmth above that it had never felt before. It broke through the last layer of soil, finally reaching the surface. The sun's gentle rays kissed its tiny green sprout, and the seed felt a surge of life unlike anything it had known in the dark soil. However, reaching the surface was just the beginning of a new set of challenges. Harsh winds tugged at its fragile stem, threatening to rip it out of the ground. Rainstorms beat down on it, nearly drowning its tender leaves. At times, the sun would blaze so fiercely that the little plant feared it would wither away. Every day brought new struggles, but the little sprout learned to adapt, sending its roots deeper into the earth for stability and stretching its leaves wider to catch more sunlight. It learned that growth required resilience and that every hardship made it stronger. As years went by, the little sprout grew into a young tree. Its roots were strong, holding it firmly to the ground, and its branches reached out in all directions, eager to grow even more. But challenges never ceased. One season, a dreadful storm ravaged the forest, uprooting trees around it, shaking the earth, and tearing through its branches. Many of the young tree's friends were lost in the storm, and it was left standing battered and scarred. But the tree knew that its strength came from every storm it had endured and every struggle it had faced. Slowly, it healed, its branches regrowing, its leaves becoming fuller, and its trunk growing sturdier. The tree had learned to accept these hardships as part of its growth, and in doing so, it became even more resilient. It found that the challenges were not obstacles, but opportunities that shaped its strength, making it the sturdy and dependable tree that it was becoming. Years passed, and the once tiny seed had grown into a towering, magnificent tree that stood tall in the forest. Birds nested in its branches, animals sought shade beneath it, and people admired its beauty and strength. The tree remembered its journey, from struggling in the darkness as a seed to withstanding the storms as a young sapling. It realized that every hardship it had endured was a step in its journey to becoming strong. It understood that hard work was not just about pushing forward in easy times, but about standing firm during storms, enduring the droughts, and embracing each struggle as part of the process. As it looked over the forest, the tree felt grateful for the challenges it had faced, for they had transformed it from a helpless seed into a symbol of resilience, strength, and perseverance.